Yes, people. What are we saying? What are we saying? We can breathe. We can breathe. We can breathe. We can breathe. How are we all doing, man? Thank you guys for joining. As usual, leave a like as you are rolling in. Man, it has been a good day, I must admit. For those that don't know, I just came back from London because I got my MRI results just now, and all seems pretty good. All seems pretty clear. Bone is healing very well. Seems healthy. Still need a lot more time. Not out of the woods yet, I've been told. But as of now, it's looking decent. It's looking pretty decent, and it's kind of like changed my mindset about everything. Before I was scared to kind of exercise, worrying if something was really wrong and if I was just going to make it worse. But now I can kind of just move on, and I can go get my gym membership back. I can jump on the bike and yeah, just kind of chill out a little bit and get on the recovery train. Just like the crypto market, on the recovery train, man. Happy days. Obviously, those that aren't in the Discord, I hope you was okay last night. Waiting for that dip to come in. We were speaking about it, and we finally got it. So hopefully, as I said in this morning's video, hopefully you was like mentally prepared for that. If you're not in a Discord, it was actually pretty fun. We were all up, like begging for it to drop down, and I was like posting charts left, right, and center, like, oh my god, it just broke down, yes. And I was just sitting there thinking to myself, like, right, like any other flipping Discord group would be sitting there literally crying. Like, I've been in so many Discord groups before. If this happened in another Discord group, it would be like, what the heck? Price is falling. I'm done with crypto. Oh, why is it falling? This is a bear market. Like, my Discord was literally like, yes, keep going. We need to get there. We need to keep falling down a bit more. It was good to see, man. And that's the type of thing you want to be seeing in your chat. Everyone was on the same page. We all expected it. We all knew what to expect. And it happened, man. So it was good. Happy days. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you very much. I'm all good, bro. How are you doing? Good news, good vibes, 100%. Yes, man. Definitely big news on the hip. Been waiting for a while for that. So happy days. Thank you very much. What is the forecast on tonight? Well, we'll have a look. We're going to have a quick look around. You mentally prepared us. Was awesome. Appreciate it. The left bollock didn't let us down. I had that feeling in the left bollock, and it happened. Never lets you down. Good evening, channel watching. By the way, for those in the UK, please check if your energy provider is about to or has gone bust. Just in the last hour, Avro and Green Energy have gone bust. Guys, listen to the man, yeah? If you check out your energy, just in case. Thank you, Henenguna, for that update. Coach Marina, thank you for joining. The crystal ball stuff nearly kills you, saying, man. Bob, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate it. That fresh fade, it's every time I get a haircut, people are like, raw, fresh fade. It's all right. It's not bad. I usually get like a low fade. Do you know what? Forget that. That's the type of stuff you want to be seeing, man. These type of updates. That's what I want to be seeing. Come on. Give us a date when you think things will pick up. If you're wrong, you'll have to wear a Leeds shirt. Why would I wear a Leeds shirt? You could have picked something else. What is it? The left bollock, man. For those guys in here, you know about the left bollock. Once you get that little tingle there, you know it's going to be right. Don't listen to the right one. Listen to the left. As I said yesterday, though, if they're hurting, go get it checked out. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I'm glad I done that live stream yesterday, in all seriousness, because it was definitely needed, and it seemed to have happened. I seem to have done it at a good time. I felt that big drop was going to happen. Just wanted to kind of prepare everyone for it, and thankfully we did get it, because now we can kind of look back on it and move on. Because obviously, look, not financial advice, nothing like that. You know the deal. I do believe that was the last big dip in this market before we actually find some good price momentum in this market, and we can actually start moving into the areas that we've been waiting for, where we can actually start making quite a lot of money, right? So what happened? What did we see? Let's get into the charts, guys. Let me get it up here for you. So here is the total altcoin market cap. And where were we just when I done that live stream yesterday? We were in here, right? We were literally just in this area here, anticipating that this was going to happen. So I'm glad I've done it at the right time. What were we looking for? Again, I'll bring it up. We were looking for an ABC correction, which would have been our A, your B, and then your C, down anywhere into this red box, which thankfully we did get down in there, looking for it to come back on top of these areas right here, which would have been a big area of support for us. And thankfully we did get it. The same thing happened on Bitcoin and Ethereum as well, which we looked at. And the reason why I brought it up is because initially we came down to this low right here, not doing that. So it didn't come anywhere near into this red box, and it just did not sit right with me. And I kind of want to just show you a few things in a second, right? Which kind of like proves that we did definitely need to go down a little bit further, right? So right here, we obviously had our ABC correction. And as I said before, the rule is that the C wave would need to come down below the A wave. And although we did, it was very, very small amount, right? And it's more like a little bit of a fake out. What I believe would have happened in this area here is that the market would have told a lot of traders, a lot of retail investors looking for this move that, right, that was our bottom. Now let's start moving up, because what you saw here was a big pump back up. But what did I show you guys? That pump had no volume. If you looked all over the altcoins and everything else, we were discussing whether or not this was our bottom. The reason why I wasn't confident is because there was literally no volume coming in when we had this pump right here. Okay, so I was looking for one more further dip into our red box, which we finally ended up getting, which looks good. Okay, and ideally what you want to see after that is like a V-shaped recovery back up to take out wave B, and we can just kind of head on into new highs. And that is exactly what happened. Now I want us to focus on this area right here, this little fake out. So if I just move that C over there, people thought this was our bottom, right? Let me show you how the total altcoin market cap has done this before so many times. If I head over here, right here, we're looking at January 2020. I'm going to give you some examples of an ABC corrective structure down again. So this was in January 2020. And again, you can kind of see something very similar. Looks like an ABC correction. You've got your A right here, B coming back up into retracement levels. In this case, it was a 618. And then in this case, you could have arguably have said that this would have been our C, right? Because we've come down below, A. Looks great, cool, absolutely fine. We've had a bit of a pump right there, back up, looking all great. That would have faked people out again. But what ended up happening? It ended up rolling back over and making one final low to complete your C leg. Okay, and this is the type of thing we were looking for in what just happened right here. As you can see, we had a bit of a fake out. We came below A right here, rolled back up, came back over, and then made one more new low. The same thing happened in this example here. We had a fake out right here, rolled back over, made one more new low. And I've even got another example just over here. This one looks a little bit better as well. Once again, this was in April 2020. These ABC corrective structures happen all the time, by the way. So you've got your A, you've got your B back into the retracement levels. And again, in this case, the 0.618. And then what would have happened here? You could have arguably have said that's your C leg right there, right? That candle right there. And then what did we do? We had a bit of a pump up again, looking good. Cool. Is that our bottom? No. What did it do? Ended up rolling over and eventually coming back down into this area, making an actual C leg. And in both examples, what can you see? Well, you see a V-shaped recovery come out. As you guys can see right here, after your C leg is completed, what you'll end up seeing is a V-shaped recovery out. And as I said in this morning's video, to make sure that this is definitely our bottom, what you want to do is take out your wave B. That would confirm that that indeed was the bottom. And what you have at wave B, you have a lot of volatility coming in right here before finally breaking out with that candle right there and then going on to make new highs. And as you guys can see, that is exactly what it ended up doing, going on to make a new high. And the exact same thing goes for our other example over here. As you can see, we had our C leg right there. We come back in towards B. As you can see, there's a lot of volatility going there with B. Ended up breaking above it. Cool. We had a little bit of a sharp pullback down, but ultimately it ended up grinding all the way higher again. And that is the exact same thing that I'm expecting for our example right here. We've had our C leg. We're now going to grind back up, probably find a bit of resistance in here until we battle it, finally break up and just start kind of, again, you know, V-shaped recovery with a little bit of bouncing around the B leg area. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for in the total altcoin market cap. Can I confidently say that the bottom is in now? Yeah, I think it's in. You know, after looking at everything happening, and I'm going to go into a few more examples in a second, but it's definitely looking like the bottom is in. I am seeing a lot of volume all over the market. We're seeing a lot of green coming in, and ultimately, most importantly, guys, we are seeing the total altcoin market cap literally get its way out of here with just constant green candles back up. And as I said in this morning's video, ideally, what you want to see is a quick grind back up to the wave B area. You know, I don't expect it to take that long to get back into these areas right here until we find a little bit of resistance and then we break out and go into new highs, right? This is just a 4-hour chart, by the way, so don't look at dates down here or anything like that. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I do not expect it to really take that long at all. So yeah, it's looking good now. It's looking good. I can kind of confidently say that, you know, I'm looking, well, I actually think the bottom is in. Obviously not financial advice, but I do believe that that is the case. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Don't worry, you haven't missed too much. We are just getting started. But yeah, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin as well. Obviously very important to make sure we're looking at that. Bitcoin done the exact same thing in regards to your ABC corrective structure. You got your A there, you got your B right here, and then it done something very similar. C looking like a fake out, ended up rolling back and making one new low, ended up coming back into that $39,600 area. Now, initially, as I said, I was looking for it to come back down into the 37,500 area, only because it looked like, compared to what the total altcoin market cap was doing, I just thought Bitcoin would drop a bit more. However, it still does make absolutely perfect sense that it did come back into this area and we bounced. And of course, if I take absolutely everything off, looking at it from a volume point of view, you can see the type of volume coming out right now. That was our volume after we bottomed out. Big buy volume coming there, taking out and exceeding that sell volume. And as you guys can see, ever since, there's just been a lot of big buy volume coming in. Even like the one we had a few hours ago, that's still big buy volume coming in. That would have represented that candle right there. So whereas if you look at it before, a lot of it compared to this buy volume that we just had a few hours ago, which was just like a random pump, if you're looking at it compared to all the other buy volumes we had, it's a lot bigger. So you know, it's looking really good right now for Bitcoin too. So I can confidently say that that bottom is in. Like I said, it's not 100% confirmed until we get back above here. That area is that 48,700 area, your B leg. So what I am expecting is some kind of pause around there, a lot of consolidation, as there was anyway, until we end up kind of breaking it, and then hopefully we can go on and break that 0.702 that we were stuck under for a while as well. I did see something happening which I posted earlier in the group, which does seem to have played out. I was seeing a very small inverse head and shoulders happening right here. So you got your shoulder right there, your inverse head, and you got another shoulder right here. And what ends up happening after that is that we do end up breaking out and moving up. So once we complete our shoulder here, we end up moving up. And I posted that over on a Discord when it was around there. Thankfully, that did play out. It did happen. We did break out. So yeah, everything is looking pretty good for Bitcoin as well. Again, all I'm kind of expecting at this moment in time is just a recovery back up to these areas, and you know, a swift recovery, at least back to the B leg. So obviously the B leg for the total altcoin market cap would be around 1.3 trillion. That would be the equivalent to Bitcoin getting back to 48K, until I expect a little bit of consolidation and then a breakout. And then after that, what am I expecting? Well, that's when I'm expecting for us to get back to the 0.702 from our full retracement. So if we go from our top to our complete bottom, as you guys can see, the last time we didn't quite get there. I'm expecting us to get back to our B leg around $48,000, which is around there, and then pump back up to this level right here. And then ultimately just see a battle between Bitcoin and the 0.702, which comes in at $54,000. So that is what I'm looking at right now. Until we break the 0.702 and 0.786, of course, you've still got to remain kind of cautious. But I'm pretty confident that we can kind of get through this. This needed to happen for a continuation up. I keep saying that an ABC structure is very bullish. As you guys see in these examples right here, you got your ABC. An ABC structure is just a correction within a bullish cycle. Okay, and we've had that, and you can see that in this example right here, an ABC structure that would have been very scary at the time. However, look what it ended up doing, ended up grinding its way much more higher. And then the same goes for this example right here, your ABC structure looking very scary, looks like the world's going to end, but we end up having a V-shaped recovery out of there and ultimately ended up grinding up much, much higher. So that's what I'm expecting the same to happen for Bitcoin and across the market. Again, looking at Ethereum, kind of textbook stuff for Ethereum. It seemed to have done it even more perfect than any other chart, really. You got your A, you got your B, and then you've got your C. And the same thing happened there. Fake out, comes back, makes one more new low. And you're looking at it from a Fibonacci point of view. Where did that come back into? The 0.618, the B leg coming back into the 0.618, just like it happened in the same examples like we see over here back in 2020 for the total altcoin market cap. So again, for Ethereum, just expecting a V-shaped recovery out of here. Probably going to find some resistance at the B leg, which comes in at $3,600. So what you're going to end up seeing is probably something like this, and then a little bit of that, and then we break out and go into new highs, right? So yeah, it's looking pretty good. And obviously with Ethereum, you can go and look at the buy volume as well. Once again, the same for pretty much every example. If you look at the hourly chart, the buy volume coming in a lot more bigger than the sell volume right there. And you can see the type of sell volume we were having. This one just about exceeded, but that is a big buy volume coming in right there. You can see the last time we had such buy volume coming in, well, I can't even get it on the hourly chart over here. You know, you got to go back to probably right there, which would have been the beginning of September, where we had that initial capitulation, right? That was the last time we had such big buy volume. And you can see it's kind of continued. The buy volume is still coming in. And a good example of buy volume, again, goes for XRP. So once again, very similar stuff, guys. It's just going to kind of be repeating myself, but buy volume coming in right there. And look at that buy volume that we just had 2 hours ago exceeded yesterday's buy volume after we recovered. So it's ideal stuff, man. Everything that's happening is exactly what you want to be seeing across the market when a reversal is happening, right? So, I mean, I've got no complaints right now until something proves different, until something shows me that something's broken. I do believe the bottom is in. And what we could expect right now, what comes next, as I say in the title of this video, is just a swift recovery, a V-shaped recovery back towards the B leg for each coin, with a little bit of consolidation. And then after that consolidation of that B leg, I think you're just going to see explosions happening everywhere. You know, don't be surprised if you start seeing some coins pop left, right, and center. I mean, at the end of the day, looking at something like Luna, which for some reason, I don't know how I done it. Don't even ask me. I ended up timing Luna perfectly. I brought at $24.30, which would have been right there. So if I just remove that, you can see we went down to 23.8. I brought at 24.3, and we are now back nearly at $30. So that's, you know, that's a whole $7 that Luna's just been pumping. And I expect that to happen, like I said, across the market, just a swift recovery back up. So, you know, it's looking very similar, you know. So for the people that are going to start asking me to look at this coin and that coin, honestly, there's not really too much point. I just expect the same thing to happen across the entire market. Recoveries, V-shaped recoveries, bit of consolidation at some point, with a big breakout coming out after. So at this point now, it's looking like October is going to be a great month. I know we kind of say that all the time, but as you guys can see from all the examples I've given, you know, in the past, I don't usually go too much in the past and look at examples, but I've shown you some examples there of ABC corrective structures. They're very bullish, and what comes after is usually very good. And we've had it, and it's done now. So let's just move on from it and get some good momentum going. Another thing that I wanted to actually show you guys was the DXY. The DXY is something that we were looking at. We've been looking at for a while now, because we see a head and shoulders pattern forming right here. And I done a video a few days ago saying that this shoulder seems like it's completed. And what always happens in a head and shoulders pattern is that the price will end up capitulating on itself, right? And that's bullish for crypto, because that always shows Whenever the DXY is capitulating, that is when alt seasons ultimately happen. Again, I've got my examples saved right there. This was a 2017 bull run, and then this was another run that we had. And obviously, from the beginning of this year till now, we also had quite a lot of alts run pretty hard. And then we had some running right there as well. And what we're seeing right now is a head and shoulders pattern, which is a very bearish pattern, by the way, happening at the exact same time that crypto just had an ABC correction in a bullish uptrend, right? With a lot of volume coming in. So not only do we have your ABC structure coming in right here, which will always end up in a bullish structure with a V-shaped recovery back up to make new highs. At the same time, you're having a DXY just completing a head and shoulders pattern, which always ends up in a big downfall. And what do we know when downfalls happen in a DXY? We know that alt season usually happens in a downfall in a DXY. So hoping to see this carry on falling. How long it's going to take, I don't know. It doesn't mean that these things are going to fall straight away. You could see a little bit of consolidation, maybe just a slow grind down. Then at some point, it just kind of starts going into a free fall. That would be very ideal. But yeah, we have to wait and see. So everything's looking great. Everything is lining up. Now it's just a matter of letting the market, recover from what just happened. At the end of the day, there's so many coins that are, really low compared to where they were just a few days ago. So we still need to recover and get back to those areas. But I think it will happen pretty quickly. So everything's on time. Everything is looking good, and I can't complain. Had some good news today with the HIP. Charts are looking great as well. So yeah, I can't really complain, man. So that's basically, I kind of smashed through all of that. I do apologize, but that's basically everything that I wanted to show you guys, man. Thankfully, as the title says, the charts did play out as expected. You had some orders set at 37K level. Guess those are not going to hit now. Good to see some greens today. See, that's the thing. And one of the guys mentioned it in my Discord yesterday, is that because so many people were calling for 37.5K, because if you looked over Twitter as well, I did see it everywhere. 37.5K was that area that pretty much everyone was looking for, right? See that bounce that we had right there? That's the bounce that everyone thought we were going to have again, instead of having it up in these areas here, right? And maybe the thought that everyone was expecting it, everyone would have had so many buy orders set around this area. The market just didn't want to give it to you. It will always do the opposite, or it will always do something different to what the majority are expecting. And what the majority of people were expecting was a drop down into this area right here, 37.5K. And ultimately, it didn't give it to us. It decided to just stick around on top of these areas right here, which is what I was initially looking at anyway. So yeah, at the end of the day, the thing that I said, I don't know if you guys remember, I was looking at between 40 and 41K. We ended up getting 39,600. So, I'm not going to complain with that. I'm more than happy with that. Wick down a little bit more than we thought, but we still got it. Most importantly, the total altcoin market cap done it as well. And yeah, literally, like I said, man, you cannot complain. That is a perfect ABC structure. And I think, not financial advice, I think there's some great times to come now. Great times to come. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you very much. Do you think alt season could go? I don't know, man. Timing alt season is very difficult. As I've said before, these things go very quickly. In the past, when things actually started pumping like crazy. So as I've given so many examples before in the past, if you're looking at something like Litecoin, which was a leader in the 2017 bull run, Litecoin was a huge leader. And when did Litecoin's bull run end? Well, let's go back over to it. I'm on the 4-hour chart, scrolling all the way to 2017. So Litecoin's bull run literally started, let's get the date range up. I would say it started right there, 4th of December, and it ended 2 weeks later. I would literally say that that was when it started, when we really started pumping, right? So you got 15 days. So that would have started on the 2nd of December and it finished on the 17th of December. So 2 weeks. So let's just have that date in mind, 2nd of September. XRP was one of the last ones to finish. And then we look at something like XRP and see when that actually finished, Well, you can see XRP's bull run didn't start until the 12th of September, and it didn't finish until the 3rd, well, actually mid-January. It was around the 10th of January. So that lasted about three weeks, 24 days. All in all, this was one of the last to end, XRP, whereas Litecoin was one of the first to go. So if you're looking at the 2nd of December all the way till the 10th of January, you're looking at a month and a week. So you're looking at 5 weeks, and that's how quick these things go. And Anne-Marie will know this better than anyone. 90% of the time it's just sideways and backwards. 10% of the time it's fun, and that's exactly what we'll probably end up seeing. So if you're asking me if it's gonna last until March, no, I don't think it will, because I think alt season is round the corner. It could happen at any point, and when it does, ultimately I think something like Solana, I think that's topped out. In my opinion, it's reached a full 4.236 extension, which is what I was looking for. And I shared that view way before Solana even got anywhere near its high, didn't I? The guys in the chat will know that I kept saying I think Solana, I think it was around this area right here. Solana was around $60, and I said to everyone, right, usually what would happen is a 4.236 extension with a few wicks just above it. And what did we get? If we do that right there, what you guys can see right there is a 4.236 extension with a few wicks above it. And from there, we literally started capitulating. Whether or not this is done, I don't know. Honestly, I think it is. What we could potentially end up seeing right here would be a retrace back to the 0.702. So what you'll end up seeing right here for something like Solana, and what typically happens. So if I show you Bitcoin before I get into actually what you would have saw with Bitcoin in the 2017 bull run right at the end, is that it finished pumping and then it done a 0.702 retracement, and then it went into a bear market. So what you see right here is Bitcoin's top capitulated on itself right there, retraced back to the 0.702, went into a 4-year bear market. I think something similar might happen with Solana. Reached this top, we just capitulated. I think it could retrace back to the 0.702, $186. And then probably go into a bear market. Obviously, don't shoot the messenger if this does go on to do another high. I don't know. I base my stuff off Fibonacci retracements, and that's what I personally think is going to happen. So yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, the March thing, I don't think it will last that long. I think it will be really quick. You'll just end up seeing quite the fact that Solana's already done it shows we are in alt season. There's just so many laggers. You're just going to see some things catch up soon, and over time you're just probably going to start seeing some coins absolutely explode. But as of this moment, yeah, I don't think it will last until March 2022. No, I think we'll be in a bear market by then for sure. Thoughts on Rune? Not many YouTubers cover it. I've never really looked into it, so I don't really have too many thoughts on it. I've heard a lot about it. I don't know too much about it, so it's unfair for me to give an opinion. At this point in time, I haven't even looked at any new coins for the past few months. I've been very focused on everything I've been holding, and I just stick to it. I don't really, go into new stuff. I must admit, lately I have been restructuring my portfolio, selling some coins and moving them into other coins within my portfolio that I think are just going to do better. But I'm not really getting into new coins. Yeah, it'll be over before you know it. Once all the hype starts coming, everyone's really happy, everything's exploding, it'll be over in a blink of an eye. Literally over within a blink of an eye. As you saw, man, these things, they last a few weeks. Whatever coin you're holding, it's probable that it will only last a few weeks for that coin's alt season bull run. Then it will rotate into another coin, few weeks for that one, etc., etc. So yeah, it won't take long. It will not take long. What we do know is that historically crypto's been great for October, November, December. So I definitely believe it will be happening within those times, and I think we're very close. Looking forward to following you during the bear market. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing during the bear market, I'll be honest. I mean, I'll make it clear if I'm accumulating something. It will definitely be a lot of Luna, that's for sure. And what I'll probably end up doing this time, because I've learned a lot during this bull run, is when I think the bottom of the bear market is here, I will be accumulating a lot more Bitcoin and Ethereum because ultimately they are always first to go. And then when I think Bitcoin has done 80% of its bull run, in the next bull run, I'll sell it all into altcoins. I don't hold any Bitcoin, and I've actually never bought any Bitcoin at any point in my crypto journey. Even when I was new, I never bought any Bitcoin. I've always, all the research that I've done, I've always just seen that altcoins have so much more return. So I've just never really accumulated it. But it's a mistake because if you accumulate it first, it's always first to go. And ultimately, you can rotate. You can have great rotation opportunities if you were to do that. So that's what I'll be doing next. But yeah, I'll be making it clear, man, when I accumulate things over the bear market for sure. Make a plan, set your target so you're ready and prepared for when it does happen. Yeah, 100%, man. Make sure you got your exit strategies and everything set up. I keep saying it, like I said, man, these things happen very quickly, and I cannot express how quick they will end. Going based off history, these things finish so quick. Like, look at the hype for Solana, for example. You know, I still see a hype for Solana, even though I believe it's topped out. Well, a lot of people probably would have been buying Solana at the top at $186. You know, you had people like Mike Tyson tweet Ethereum or Solana when Solana was above the 4.236 extension. That's what you'll end up seeing. You will end up seeing a whole bunch of celebrities come out tweeting about a coin when the top is already in. And you probably would see a lot of people still buying Solana because it was one of the ones that pumped big. But ultimately, it's just the last thing you should be doing. You should be buying the things that haven't even moved yet, you know? Yeah, I do. I believe everything will fall. Historically, it's been 80 to 90%. Some even 95% of their price at the peak of the bull market. So I fully expect it to fall much more than 50%. Yeah, everything. During a bear market, you could always go back to a coin of the week and tell us more about passiving. Yeah, 100%. During a bear market, most of my money will be in Anchor Protocol anyway, earning 20% a year. So that's where my money will be sitting. You know, I don't, and then I'll just accumulate until the next bull run is here. So that's probably what I'll be doing. So yeah, I just need to say, guys, as well, with what's happening at the moment. You know, with the total altcoin market cap, I do believe that the bottom is in. However, I cannot sit here and tell you guys for certain or anything like that. Like I said, what we really need to see is for us to get back above the B leg. So although I definitely do think it's in, that 1% in my mind will be there until we get above this level. Okay. I just wanted to make people aware of that, you know, just so people don't think I'm saying for absolute certain that it is in. Do you know what I mean? You know, I need to cover myself with that. But I am confident that it is in, basically. I'm pretty sure you'll be taking a well-deserved break during the bear. I'll be taking some kind of break. You know, I'll be doing a lot of things during the bear market anyway. I don't know, man. We have to wait and see. You know, God knows what's going to happen. I got no idea. Yeah, you could definitely do that. I won't be getting involved in that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't think. But yeah, you could definitely do that. Do you not think with so much institution and countries involvement, the drop may be less this from now? I don't think so, because you know that'll be said every single time we have a bull run. In 4 years, the same will be said again. Oh, this company and this country adopted it. Do you think it'll be less this time? Nah. What we've seen, right, in this market in crypto is that regardless of who's buying it, regardless of who's talking about it or what countries adopted it, it will still do what it's meant to do. El Salvador just announced it as a legal tender and it dropped like crazy, right? Just when it brought it, like the market will do what it's meant to do at the time it's meant to do it. So I definitely believe that regardless of who's buying or whatever, there will still be a 4-year bear market until the next Bitcoin halving. And then a year after the Bitcoin halving is typically when, you know, things start to, you know, get moving and everything like that. So always has been, probably always how it will be. So I'll just stick to that. I just stick to what the charts will be showing me. And, you know, if you take away all the noise, if you never read any news article, if you didn't have Twitter, or anything like that, and you simply just looked at the charts, you would see that history has just always repeated itself. So noise is just noise. That's why I don't really look too much into it. So yeah, thanks. I'm new to this space. Good to hear about your experience. Yeah, no worries, man. It's good to know, you know. It's always good to know. Like I said, man, when the top's in, you'll know. You'll start seeing celebrities come out left, right, and center saying to buy this or buy that. Don't you just think it's ironic that Mike Tyson comes out? Give me a second, man. Let me find that tweet from Mike Tyson where he was like, "Oh, Ethereum or Solana," and then I'll compare when he said it compared to the chart, right? So where is it? Here is Mike Tyson. I need to find it because that was here we go. Right. If I copy this link and I go over to the chart, where's the Solana chart? TradingView does this really cool thing where if you go to Twitter and you copy the link, I'll show you guys right now. Let me get the daily chart. You guys can do this for yourself. It's so cool. I actually only recently found out it does this. Right. Let me get you guys on screen. Right. Look at this. So if I paste this tweet, there you go. 9th of September. So if I move this, there you go. Look at that. Solana or Ethereum, the day Solana topped. Get out of here, man. Seriously? Seriously, Mike? Like, I actually thought it was like around there. It was legit. The day Solana topped, Mike Tyson tweets Solana or Ethereum. Okay? You can't make these things up. You can't make these things up. It's like, I say to myself, I even think to myself sometimes, like, are we lit? Like, there's a guy I follow on YouTube and he says the same thing. Are we living in a simulation where, or are these celebrities paid to tweet these type of things when, like, at the time when they're meant to get retail investors sucked in? Like, seriously? Get out of here, man. Solana or Ethereum, the day Solana tops, piss off. Seriously, man. Honestly, this is why, like, I don't get sucked into all the hype and stuff, man. This is what people will do. They would have brought up here, oh, Mike Tyson's tweeting about Solana. We should go buy that. Yeah, about that. Look at that. Not only did he tweet it, like, we're above the 4.236. He tweeted it at 2:32 on the day it topped. Do you know what? Let's go even deeper, right? Let's go to the hourly chart of Solana. Where did he tweet it? Let's have a look. 2:32 would have been that candle right there, right? So not exactly at the top, just as it was dropping, right? Literally, just when we started capitulating, Mike Tyson swoops in and goes, oh, I need to get it up, and goes Solana or Ethereum, just as it's capitulating, just to probably get a few more people to buy it right there, right? Let's zoom in on that. Yeah, look at that. Where that little green pump, there's probably a few people buying it because he said it. Do you see what I mean, though? Like, this is what happens. This is literally what happens all the time. These celebrities will do that. You will get some, I don't know, Boris Johnson will come out at the top of XRP and say, I just bought XRP. Something will happen. It will be that, man. It's exactly what happened. Mike Tyson definitely got paid to tweet that exactly when he tweeted it. Someone out there knows something. It's as simple as that. So hopefully you get that. And that was so unintended of me to do that. I didn't even plan to bring that up. And as you guys can see, that is why that is another reason on top of the 4.236. That is another reason why I think the Solana top is in, man. I still may be wrong, but you know, you guys see what I'm talking about, man. It's mad. It is literally crazy, right? Yeah, it's jokes. It is literally jokes. 9th of September, my birthday, and it's North Korea Independence Day, and now Mike Tyson tweet all-time high day. Literally, it's time to wake up, pay to tweet. He definitely is. Market is definitely rigged. We are definitely living in a simulation, man. These celebrities, there's definitely some kind of company out there where they gather all of these celebrities and say, right, Mikey, you're going to tweet that at this time. Justin Bieber, you're going to tweet that at this time. It's literally going to be the same thing. Anthony Joshua, bro, that's you. That's your time when this tops. It will happen. It will just happen. And wait until everything's exploding, man. It will be the same thing. So just expect it. Just expect it. And this is why I try to get my point across and be realistic. When everyone's calling to buy Solana, When Solana's pumping like crazy, I'm like the only guy in the back saying, don't buy it. Don't buy it, please. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Can you put the link who you use to do your crypto accounts, please, bro? Can you put in the link who you use to do your crypto accounts? What do you mean by that? I do it by myself. I've got a few guys who do like thumbnails and everything. A lot of influencers are working with the coin communities. Some been charged with manipulation already. Yeah, which wouldn't surprise me, man. You'll get some random celebrity who's been hiding for years, who just randomly tweet about crypto, man. And yeah, you'll see it very soon. Trust me, guys. If you go on your Twitter during alt season, you're just going to see them left, right, and center, and they will only tweet at the top. It will just happen every single time. So yeah, don't get sucked into it. Don't follow them. You do what you need to do. Okay, it's a rotating market. It's not just Solana or Ethereum, Mike. Bloody hell, mate. I had respect for you, Mike, man, but you're just manipulating people. You used to be my favorite boxer of all time. You're my dad's favorite. Talks a lot about you. Bro, you done it now. You done it now. But yeah, is what it is, man. Hopefully you guys see that. That's crazy, right? Was not expecting to bring that up. Oh dear. What's Bitcoin doing at the moment? Let's have a quick look. Let's go to where we are right now. None of this 2017 business. Right. Still pumping up, looking all good, man. Hourly chart. Still having that V-shaped recovery coming in, 43,208. Luna, let's get above $30, bro. Be good to see you back there. All looking pretty good. XRP as well. Yeah, man. Look, market's looking good. I think I've said everything I've had to say. But yeah, looking all good, man. You are a great guide for us, team. Much appreciated. I'd be lost without you. Thank you very much, Vanessa. I appreciate that. You wouldn't be lost without me, honestly. You guys, I feel like you guys know everything you need to know now. To not get wrong-footed in this market. Sometimes it's just a zoom out thing. This whole celebrity thing is just experience. Honestly, it's just the timing's always as I always say, anything that ever happens in crypto, it's the timing. Don't be surprised if the XRP case gets settled just before XRP goes on a massive bull run, right? And then people will say, oh, it's because the XRP case was settled. No. Sorry, bro. I got news for you. It wasn't. It was going to do it anyway. It just got settled at the right time. It will happen. Watch it happen. Mark my words. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a fun stream. I actually enjoyed that one quite. I enjoy all of them, but this one was pretty cool. That Mike Tyson thing just topped it off. It wasn't even intended, but thank you for watching. If you could do me a favor and leave a like whilst you are rolling out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord, man. Discord's all fun and games. It's funny. It's all good. We all got each other's backs in there. Link to that's in the description below. Don't know why I'm holding this. This is my screen cleaner for my laptop. Why am I holding that? And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take it easy, people.